Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And let me tell you, if you're feeling quite cold, you've come to the right place. It's soup season, and Woolies are making it easy for you to enjoy comfort in a bowl, warmth in a bowl, and they've got a wide selection of ready-made soups. And I'm absolutely here for it. Now, they also know that there's nothing better than a fresh slice of bread to accompany a delicious bowl of soup. I mean, no one's going to argue with that, right? So here to unpack their convenient heat and eat bread range is Woolworths bakery product developer. We've got Jack Colver as well as Chef Clem once again in the building. Jack, how you doing, man?
Morning, very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm excited because it's not often you get to meet someone that specializes in like such good stuff, like great tasting carbs. This is what we're all here for, man. But I want to ask you, with all the ranges of carbs that we're getting when it comes to beautiful breads like this, what sets this ciabatta and all the other options that you have apart from everything else? Because I've got to say, I've been loving what you're doing. This stuff can dip into any flavor, pack it all up, and it's like a spoonful of loving, honestly. It's so good. But talk to me about the secrets behind it all. What's happening here?
So you've nailed it on the head, right? So we always have the difference, right?
Yeah.
So what we've tried to do is actually make the products with stuff that we can find locally. So it's locally sourced stone ground flour. We have a lovely relationship with the guys who make it for us and strategic partnerships, right?
Okay.
But then we also apply something a lot slower and longer. So we want to give people slow bread when they want it, right?
Yes.
And at the end of the day, theoretically, we get a better flavor, it's cleaner, we can do certain things that are better for the gut. So there's a lot of perceptions from people also that we try and tie into, right, and give them what they want.
Yes.
So sourdough-based, we do tweak it here and there, lots of hand-finished, yeah. So we need to be the difference.
Love that. And it's giving me like this guilt-free ability to kind of support this at the same time, because for me, I know that it's important to fuel your body correctly. So when you're talking about gut health, I'm here for that. When you're talking about taste, we're all here for that. When you're talking about this quality as well, I think say no more. Listen, apart from that, man, what else are you doing? What's making the difference in these products, especially this bread? Because there's something special about it. You talked about local, you talked about the quality, but when it comes to like ingredients and things like that, what's kind of setting things apart here?
So probably our biggest difference and our main focus would be less and process. So lesser ingredients, and we need to get that human element in, right?
Yes.
So we encourage the guys in the bakeries essentially to apply older methods in production of breads to get rid of quick, if that makes sense, right?
I like that.
So slower, longer, try and extract all the flavor from the raw material instead of trying to add something to give it the flavor.
Okay.
And it's almost reminiscent of when you were younger, right? That smell, the texture, the flavor.
100%.
We need to kind of get you back on this little journey.
Tap back into those memories.
Exactly, yeah, and that's half the
mode.
fun. And nothing kind of speaks to winter, almost like bread. Well, any time of the day, naturally for me, but soup and bread, what else do you want, right?
Yeah,
and it's the only way to clean the bowl up properly.
It is the only way.
And it's not food, it's an experience, right?
No, 100%.
So let's talk about the experience right now. And obviously we're experiencing something here, or about to at least.
Yes.
Chef, what you got going over here?
So I'm going for the classic tomato soup from Woolies.
Yes.
That's in the pot. But like it's the blank canvas, that's where you start. Then you start building up from there. So this is for Yuck, this is Yuck's pan, because you're gonna test some sourdough.
Which way should I go? Let me get
Anyway,
out of the way.
anyway.
Let me just watch from
You
here.
can even
All right.
sit on the counter. Okay, so tomato soup is being heated up. We're doing double carbs today because it is cold outside.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna also add a bit of texture to that by adding a little bit of gnocchi, which we've just kind of cooked the gnocchi in some salted water.
Okay.
Once you come to the top, they're done.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm gonna just cool off Yuck's pan, because
Yes,
Yuck's
please.
pan is looking hot. And so like I said, I've blanched off the gnocchi. I'm gonna add some butter. Butter's very important, just in life.
In life. And for me, honestly, and I'm not joking, these are essentials. Like any Woolies bread, literally, if I get a little bit of crisp on it, if I toast it up and put some butter on, that is gold for me.
It is.
That right there. And like you mentioned earlier, it's the simplicity of it that has all the flavor already there. I don't need to necessarily layer it with anything. The bread on its own is already so good. So what you're about to do now is like taking Woolies bread and sending it to private school.
Yeah.
It's already actually come from private school.
It has.
This is like getting its
comes
master's.
from love. Lots of love.
Okay, we'll go with love. I love that.
And that comes from what Yuck said earlier about taking time and letting the flavors develop in the dough instead of adding things to it to add that flavor. And it comes through immediately, even by just toasting that in butter right now. It's such a like overwhelming sense of like that biscuity, bready flavor. That's what you want in a good loaf of bread.
And you don't have to hide the flavor of it. That's what
and that's when you don't have to do too much to it. So soup's looking good, bubbling away. You've always got to be ready. So I feel like soups in winter do two things. Obviously, it warms you up. Also keeps you fit, because if you're busy heating up your soup, you have to, as it pops, you have to dodge little splatters, or you can be sensible, turn the heat down and put a lid on. Do that. So gnocchi's looking good. You wanted it to sit until you start seeing a little bit of that brown.
Brown, yes.
You want a crustiness on that gnocchi, kind of like it's going to be the croutons. We're doing double croutons today. Give it a mix. There we go. I've been obsessed with the Woolies soups at the moment. from the ones in the bag to the ones in the can, the new Moroccan soup in the can,
Ooh,
and
yes.
the Mexican soup in the can. Oh my goodness, paired with the beautiful breads. Can I run over to the other end and show
Yeah,
you?
sure, because I was going to ask you this question while you're running over there. Maybe I can put you on the spot. What is the perfect bread to have with your soup? Because I've tried them all and they all work well.
They all work
They
well.
all work.
Because they all have there's a bit of a technique with each slice of bread. So with,
Yes.
with the mini garlic baguettes, super easy. Break it off and that becomes like a spoon on its own.
Yeah.
With the ciabatta, different story, because then you can either decide if you want to break the bread into pieces or you want to just dunk the whole bread in it and get soppy, pick it up and then eat it.
Oh, I'm a dunker. You got
You're
me
a
there.
dunker?
Yeah.
The knotted rolls are also pretty amazing. I love them.
agreed.
I pop them in the air fryer just to get like a little bit of a sheen and a little bit of crust and warm them through on the outside. That's how I want it. I don't even need butter with that because it's pretty damn buttery
Agreed.
already.
And it's quite rich. And I think any of the breads, air fry is perfect for them, right? You might just have to cut them, but you don't have to turn on the oven for them either, right?
Yes.
And then I think to Clem's point earlier, so we've got a new bread out, right? So we took a bit of a chance for soup season.
Okay.
So it's kind of, it's a different play on this. So it's a combination of white, stone ground flour, and spelt, right?
Okay.
So
Interesting,
nuttiness, a slightly different acidity, and a few extra benefits from the spelt itself. But that, with the texture, fried in butter, and Clem's soup, or the soup, I think you got a jackpot.
It's like poetry. It's like bread poetry, right? You definitely talk about it. Now, for me, it's important, obviously, with my soup, I want that bread to kind of have a thickness to it. The absorption level is important.
Yeah.
How much flavor can it pull out of the meal? And then does it still have its integrity thereafter, where I can just kind of turn it into a spoon?
There we go.
So it looks like we're ticking the boxes here, right?
We are.
should.
But maybe you should go for a test, though. It looks
Things
like
are
you guys
popping.
are
Things are
pretty much
popping.
almost there. How's the
Okay.
soup looking?
Yeah, we're
Looking good.
Nice.
So I'm going straight into the counter. Thank you, Caesar Stone. Okay, cool. Soup, hot soup goes into the bowl. Oh, that bread is looking so good.
And we
I'm gonna
talk about the smells here because Mzansi is never going to get to really experience that unless you try this for yourself. Get over to Woolworths or go to woolworths.co.za for this inspiration. But let me tell you, the smells alone right now, it's like winter love. Winter warmth, winter comfort. This is something that can change your mood instantly by just walking into a kitchen. This is ambience. This is an experience, and this is what I'm here for. I love it. Gents, how are we looking? Are we all done on this winter infusion? We're looking at a winter celebration right now.
So good.
Ooh,
Gnocchi,
perfecto.
tomato soup, beautiful sourdough bread, toasted to
Agreed.
perfection, some crispy sage leaves. That's pretty. That's like
Nice.
that's 800 Rand a bowl.
Yeah, can I just say thank you for serving our bellies this winter, for coming through
An
and
absolute
giving us all the inspiration we need for winter to get some soups and everything else that we can create from this. We're going to have fun with it, so thank you
That's
so much
awesome.
for the work you put into this.
anytime.
Love it.
Massive
Yes, so much fun in the kitchen, and we are savoring the moment with delicious soups and heat and eat breads from Woolworths. So Woolies Rewards members can buy the following, right? You get fresh butternut or country vegetable or the veg barley soup and a 400-gram ciabatta bread for only 80 bucks.
What?
Rand, that's it. What are you waiting for? I'm going to get 80 of them maybe. Serve the whole
100.
community, but not a member yet? Don't worry. Get in the action with just 85 Rand. I mean, it's not even that bad. And you can shop this deal at Woolworths in-store, online, or on the Woolies app. What are you waiting for? Come get some of this lovin'. Nice job, guys. Hey, where are you going with it?